Hey coin collectors and history buffs! Welcome back to Old Charles, your go-to spot for all things coins and currency. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the United States half-dollar from 1974. What is it worth? Is it rare? And should you be on the lookout for one? Let's find out. The 1974 half-dollar is part of the Kennedy half-dollar series, first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, following his tragic assassination in 1963. The coin quickly became iconic, blending history with beautiful design. By 1974, the Kennedy half-dollar was well established in circulation. It features the famous profile of President Kennedy on the obverse side, designed by Gilroy Roberts, and the presidential seal on the reverse, created by Frank Gasparro. Unlike the 1964 half-dollars that contained 90% silver, the 1974 half-dollars were composed mostly of copper and nickel, specifically a copper-nickel clad. This made them more affordable to produce and less valuable intrinsically, but still popular among collectors. The coin measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter, weighs 11.34 grams, and has a reeded edge. The 1974 issue maintained the classic Kennedy design, with the president's left-facing bust and the presidential seal with the eagle clutching arrows and olive branches. In 1974, the Kennedy half-dollar was minted at two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, while Denver coins carry a small D on the obverse, just below Kennedy's neck. There were no special proof coins released for circulation in 1974, but proof sets including this coin were available for collectors. The 1974 Kennedy half-dollar was minted in very high numbers. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 45 million coins, while the Denver Mint produced about 40 million. Because of this high mintage, these coins are not considered rare. In fact, they are among the most common half-dollars in circulation from the 1970s. So if you have one in your pocket, don't expect to cash in a fortune, but that doesn't mean they aren't interesting. So, what's the value of a 1974 half-dollar today? Circulated condition ***, these coins are generally worth their face value, 50 cents, because they contain no silver and were produced in large quantities. Uncirculated condition ***, if you find one that's never been used and looks brand new, it might fetch around $1 to $3. Proof sets ***, the proof Kennedy half-dollar from 1974, part of a collector's set, can be worth slightly more, roughly $5 to $10 depending on condition. But here's a tip. Coins with exceptional eye appeal or those graded professionally by services like PCGS or NGC can command higher prices. While the 1974 half-dollar isn't rare, it's a fantastic way to get into collecting Kennedy coins without breaking the bank. If you're just starting out, try to find examples in the best condition possible. Look for coins with sharp details, no scratches or discoloration, and a nice luster. Also, keep an eye out for any errors or varieties. Sometimes minting mistakes can increase a coin's value dramatically. So, to sum up, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar is a widely available coin with historical significance but modest value. It's a great addition to any collection, especially if you love U.S. history or the Kennedy legacy. Today, we're traveling back in time to explore the history behind one of America's most iconic coins, the 1974 United States half-dollar. This coin carries more than just monetary value. It holds a fascinating story tied to a pivotal moment in American history. Let's dive in. The story of the 1974 half-dollar begins over a decade earlier, with the assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963. His sudden and tragic death shocked the nation. Almost immediately, there was a public outpouring of grief and a desire to honor the fallen leader. Just 3 months later, in early 1964, the U.S. Mint released the Kennedy half-dollar as a tribute. The design featured a youthful, confident profile of JFK on the obverse side, created by chief engraver Gilroy Roberts. The reverse featured the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro, symbolizing strength and dignity. From its debut in 1964, the Kennedy half-dollar was unique because it contained 90% silver, making it highly desirable both as currency and collectible. But by 1965, the U.S. government was responding to rising silver prices and coin shortages. To reduce production costs, they reduced the silver content in half-dollars to 40%, a change that lasted until 1970. Now, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar comes from a different era. By 1974, the United States had fully transitioned the half-dollar to a copper-nickel-clad composition, meaning these coins contained no silver at all. This shift reflected broader economic changes, rising metal prices, inflation, and changing coin demand. The 1974 half-dollar was minted in two places, Philadelphia and Denver, with mint marks distinguishing their origins. Despite no silver content, these coins maintained the classic Kennedy design, a symbol of enduring respect for the late president. Interestingly, the half-dollar was starting to fall out of everyday use by the 1970s.
Why?
Well, several reasons. First, the coin was relatively large and heavy compared to smaller denominations, making it less convenient for daily transactions. Also, the rise of the quarter and dollar coins in certain areas made the half-dollar somewhat redundant. Additionally, many vending machines and parking meters didn't accept the half-dollar, limiting its circulation. Despite its reduced role in circulation, the 1974 half-dollar represents an important chapter in U.S. coinage history, the end of an era where silver once played a vital part in American money. The coin also serves as a reminder of how currency evolves with the times, adapting to economic pressures, technological changes, and cultural shifts. Here are some cool historical tidbits about the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar. Unlike some other years, 1974 did not feature any special mint marks like S for San Francisco because no coins were released for circulation from that mint. The coin's composition was copper-nickel clad, the same as today's quarters and dimes. There was a brief proposal to reduce the size of the half-dollar to encourage more use, but that didn't happen until decades later. So, while the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar may not be rare or made of precious metals, it holds a special place in American history, a tribute to a beloved president and a symbol of a changing economy. If you have one in your collection, it's like holding a small piece of the 1970s, a decade of transformation and change. Thanks for joining me on this historical journey. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Old Charles, and ring the bell to stay updated on our latest coin stories. Alright collectors, one of the most important things to know about any coin, including the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar, is condition. The state your coin is in can make a huge difference in its value and appeal. When we talk about a coin's condition, we're basically describing how much wear and tear it has from use. Coins that have been circulated, meaning they've been in everyday use, often show scratches, worn-down details, and dull surfaces. Because the 1974 half-dollar was minted in massive quantities, condition plays a key role in whether your coin is worth more than face value. Circulated coins ** from 1974 are very common and typically worth just 50 cents, their face value. Uncirculated coins ** can be worth anywhere from $1 to $3, depending on how pristine they are. Proof coins ** from special sets, which have a mirror-like finish, can fetch even higher prices, around $5 to $10 or more. If you're looking to add a 1974 half-dollar to your collection, here's what to look for: sharp details on Kennedy's hair, eyes, and the eagle on the back. No major scratches, dents, or discoloration. A nice reflective surface with some original mint luster, that's the shiny glow coins have when freshly struck. For serious collectors, having a coin professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC can verify condition and protect your investment. Graded coins come in sealed holders that display their grade clearly, making buying and selling easier. So remember, when it comes to your 1974 Kennedy half-dollar, condition can turn a common coin into a collectible treasure. Take care of your coins, store them properly, and always keep an eye out for those high-grade gems. If you found this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips.